believe that invitation from my friend Iulian, I have participated in a wide-range conference on the NATO. A few months before the NATO Lisbon summit, going to prepare the new strategic council. But this is 2 pages letters from my report before the audience on that conference. What were the implemented from my recommendation? Answer is very loud, nothing. Six points. First, the history has returned with a full swing. Second, the global architecture is almost destroyed. And the global competition and power struggle has returned. And returned when the first Russian route has entered on the sovereign Ukrainian territory in the Crimea. The third, the so-called democratic West is in retreat. A vacuum remained in such a retreat is filled before our eyes by the so-called the totalitarian alliance, including first of all Russia, Iran, Syria, Iraq now, Belarus, and other members from the Union, Custom Union, created and promoted by the Kremlin regime, Nesgary and Serb. The fourth, the European continent is divided, and we are not seeing any real force capable to unite again Europe with a real strategy to win this current strategic power competition. 5. Ukraine is alone in this strategic competition development for all of us. When the Russian army is going to the Crimea, many journalists from Ukraine and abroad asked me, what should have done Ukraine in such circumstances? And who may came to support Ukraine? In April 2014, I have clearly answered, nobody has come and will come to support Ukraine. Unfortunately, this is a real geopolitical situation. Maybe it is better to avoid any doubts, any false calculations, any intentions, and any perspective that Ukraine will be supported in a reality. No one in the current strategic situation will come to support Ukraine, first of all by force. It was extremely appalling fact, but we suspected, we feared that it was happening. Few days ago, on the page of the Washington Post, one of the prominent American journalists had discovered a panel from Washington by military equipment. It was extremely outdated, non-working equipment, doing nothing to support Ukrainian army, and so on, so on. But more importantly, the anti-Ukrainian alliance was created by two lines. On the first level, this anti-Ukrainian alliance is consistent Germany, led by America, France, led by Poland, third Russia, led by Putin, and fourth, Poroshenko Ukraine. This is four sides of the one single anti-Ukrainian alliance. But it is not enough. The second, more strategic alliance. But I would like to think about reservation. What has happened in the White House approximately 1 month ago? When very small, very slow, strategic coalition, the very hard men and women inside the White House has changed onto Ukrainian side. But in the beginning of this year, when Chancellor Merkel immediately was going to Washington with only one thing. That visit was on January 29th, with only one aim: to persuade Barack Hussein Obama to block a delivery of weapons for Ukraine. That was done. After that was the beginning of a new Russian offensive. And Ukraine has lost a very strategic point as its battle. And, as I said, the Minsk agreement, the Minsk papers, is a crime. A crime before Ukraine, Ukrainian people, Ukrainian constitution, Ukrainian sovereignty, and Ukrainian independence. What we're having now? In April this year, I was questioned on a very famous TV station, 112. They asked me, Mr. Collins, what do you expect for a period approximately 1/2 of a year? Unfortunately for me, I was right in my prediction. I have said, in my mind, the Russian army has been begun and remain in offensive and taking a war and waging a war approximately until the beginning of September. Unfortunately, I was right. And after that, there will be a so-called truce. So-called truce. But after that, the full war will be returning to Ukraine. Unfortunately, I was right. Poroshenko has lost anti-territorial, anti-terrorist organization. He declined to call for military state in Ukraine. He ordered Ukrainian troops to withdraw from his sovereign territory, not to defend, not to liberate Ukraine, but to withdraw. And this is Poroshenko. I would like to say Poroshenko is Putin, Ukrainian Putin. And coalition of will. President Duda, immediately after winning the presidency, declared that his strategic vision to gather, but in November this year, all minded states stretching from Baltic states to the Balkan. Unfortunately, we didn't see a realization of this strategic vision of new Polish president. But the strategic reality will not remain, but to again raise this idea and together this battle freedom from Baltic Sea to the Black Sea together and to decide what to do next. On NATO, there was a tragedy. Tragedy occurred here with Ukraine and Georgia. Not invited for both Ukraine and Georgia membership action plan. The consequences of the tragedy, we are witnessing now. Frankly said, I don't understand now the talks about different mechanisms, construed, imposed, prepared, and gifted for Ukraine. Ukraine has been defending NATO more than 21 months without almost any support from the Parliament. Bluntly said, Ukraine is now NATO. If NATO is now Ukraine, but strategically, I believe that NATO cannot go forward without a cardinal transformation. Who believes if Russia is going with offensive on the Baltic states, NATO will defend the Baltic states? I suggest that the picture will be the same that was occurred with Ukraine. But in the very text of the strategic concept of the Alliance adopted in Lisbon, there are three clear paths. Number 20, 22, and 23, clearly stated. In the case like aggression against Ukraine, NATO should support those who will enter it. This is reality. I think I will finish with it, and thank you very much. It is my great pleasure to be in Romania. It's very like-minded, it's greedy. I hope to return to Bucharest. Thank you very much.